This is my before processes count and this is my after processes count. So when I was recording this processes count, I also had a File Explorer, Xbox app, Microsoft Store, Firefox, Chrome, Brave, Task Manager and OBS Studio with recording running on my PC. Before moving forward with this video, open the Task Manager on your PC or laptop. After that, click on the Performance tab and then click on the CPU section. Now in the next step, you need to open any 3 to 4 heavy software on your PC or laptop. Open the ones you usually use. After that, you need to take a screenshot of your current processes count or take a photo with your phone and save it. By doing this, when you apply the settings mentioned in this video, you'll be able to easily compare the difference between before and after. So let's start this video. Part 1. Service optimization. First, we'll start with services. Press Windows plus R on your keyboard. Then type services.msc in the run box and then press enter. Now you need to find connected user experiences and telemetry. First, right click on the service, then go to properties. Here click disable. Then apply and then OK. This service always runs in the background, collecting our data and sending it to Microsoft, like what software we are using, how the system is performing, or if any errors are occurring. This service makes the system a bit slow, so it's better to turn it off. Now let's move to the next service. Downloaded Map Manager. Disable this service as well. This service is for downloading maps in the background so we can view map without an internet connection. However, we don't need offline maps on a PC. Note: if you use the Windows map, you can keep this enabled. Now next service is geolocation service. Disable this service as well. This service tracks your live location and share it with apps like weather or maps. It's not really necessary on a PC. Now next service is NetLogon. Disable this as well. This service is only useful when your PC is connected to an office or company's domain server. For personal use, this service is not useful for us. Now next service is parental control. I won't go into too much detail, just disable this service. You can probably guess from the name what it's for. Now our next service is phone service. Disable this one as well. Most people don't connect their mobile to their PC, so this service just uses up resources in the background. Next service is print spooler. This is important. If you connect a printer to your PC or laptop, do not disable this. But if you don't have a printer and don't plan to use one in the future, you can disable it. Now our next service is Program Compatibility Assistant service. If you use old games or software from the Windows XP or 7 era, keep this enabled. But if you only use modern software and play new games, you can disable it. Now our next service is Remote Desktop Configuration. This service helps you connect to your PC remotely from another PC, like the concept of TeamViewer or AnyDesk. If you don't use remote connections, disable it. Note: if you disable this, you must also disable Remote Desktop Services and Remote Registry. Now our next service is secondary logon. Disable this one as well. It's not needed on a personal PC. Our next service is smart card. If you don't use a physical smart card for logging in, disable this as well. Now let's move to the next service, sysmin. Pay close attention to this one. If your PC or laptop has an SSD, disable it. But if you have an hard disk, do not disable it under any circumstances. For example, if you use Chrome daily, this service preloads Chrome into RAM, so it opens faster, even on hard disk. Now our next service is wallet service. Disable this. Very few of us probably use Microsoft Wallet. So now next service is Windows Biometrics service. If your laptop has a fingerprint scanner and you log in with it, keep this on. But if you use a desktop like me or don't have a fingerprint scanner, disable it. Now our next service is Windows Error Reporting Service. When a software crashes or becomes not responding, this service sends a report to Microsoft. We don't need this, so disable it as well. Now let's move to the next service, Windows Insider Service. This is for those who test Windows beta updates like Windows Insider program. If you are a normal user, disable it. Our next service is Windows Mobile Hotspot Service. If you share your PC internet as a hotspot, keep this enabled. But If you don't use a hotspot, disable it. Now our final service is Windows Search. This service uses disk and CPU in the background, so you can search for files from the search bar. I recommend disabling it if you need maximum performance, although searching might be a bit slower. Bonus, you will also find some Xbox services below. If you don't play Xbox Game Pass or Xbox games on PC, you can disable those as well. Part 2. Registry Editor Optimization. Now in the next step, we will use the Registry Editor. Type Registry Editor in the search bar and open it. I have provided a path in the description. Copy it and paste it into the address bar of the Registry Editor. There you will find a file named svc host split threshold in KB. Double click on it. Check what the value is here. If it shows 380,000, then it is the default value. You need to enter a value based on your RAM size. For example, since my PC has 16 GB of RAM, I set the value to 1 million. Enter the value and click OK. So what does this registry key do? If your PC has less than 4 GB of RAM, Windows runs multiple services in a group. But if you have 8 GB or more RAM, it splits these services into separate groups. This makes the system more stable. Important: if you experience any problem after making this change or the number of processes does not decrease, return and set the value back to its default. Part 3. Background and Startup Apps. Now for the last step, go to System Settings. Click on Apps and then Installed Apps. Here you will see all the apps that are on your system. Look for the apps that you never use, like Calculator, Maps or etc. For example, I don't use Calculator, so I will click the 3 dots. Then Advanced option, then Background App Permissions. Here, change Power Optimized to Never. Do this for all the apps that are needlessly using up resources in the background. After this, go back to the App section and click on the Startup. When we turn on or restart our PC, this app starts automatically, which makes the system take longer to boot and run slowly. I don't want any app to start without my permission. If an app is very important, keep it on. Otherwise, like me, disable all unnecessary apps. And after all of this, just one time restart your PC and see the difference. So that's it for today's video. If anything doesn't work for you or you have any doubts, drop a comment below. I read all the comments. And don't forget to tell me your before and after processes count. I am curious to see how much difference you got. Also, if you are facing any other Windows or performance related problems, let me know in the comment. I'll make a detailed video on it. See you in the next video.